All right, welcome to Lab 4 of the AZ-204 course, constructing a polyglot data solution. So this is about databases. We're going to start off by creating a Cosmos DB database account. So let's go over there. Oh, it's over here already. And then we created the Cosmos DB account. Kind of similarly to the storage account, right? We have the option of using either NoSQL or MongoDB front ends. I'm going to use NoSQL here. And then we want to use our resource group. I want to call this a specific name. East US. There we go. And then capacity mode, we want to be serverless. All right. All right, so now it's done. So again, similarly as with the storage account, on this account level, we can find some settings. And specifically what we're looking for here are the access keys. Okay, so what we need, notice that there are separate read-write and read keys here. So what we need for our purposes is a read-write key. I'm just going to save it here in a new text file. And I specifically need to have the URI. So this is the endpoint, as it was called in the storage account. Yeah. New file, text file. There we go. Then I need the primary key. Okay, it could be also the secondary, but I'm just always using the primary one. So copying that one. And then the connection string as well. So the primary one that's down here. That includes the primary key as well. All right, so now we got those. I'm going to need them once we create our application. Then let's create a storage account. There we go, storage account, create. Same resource group, polystore for that one. East US again, standard, and we're happy with local redundant storage. Should be enough for us. Okay, so now this is generated as well. Here, let's go over to containers and create a container. We'll call it images. Then let's go to settings, properties. So we need the URL for this container. Copy that over here. And then we want to have a shared access token. So the way that we want to create that is just the normal stuff. It's going to be available for now for 8 hours. Cool. And then let's copy down both the token and the URL. We haven't actually used these tokens to connect to storage accounts yet. So we will see how that works in this one as well. Okay, then let's upload something here. So back to our container. Upload. And then we have again over here the files from the GitHub repo. So under Lab4 starter images, we want to upload all files, right? Yeah. 42 files selected. And then upload. All right, so that's done. Then there's a file that we're supposed to look at in here. So it's in the same place. Under labs for starter. And the one that we want to look at is under AdventureWorks. AdventureWorks upload. It's called models.json. All right. So you can see this is an array of JSON objects of different kinds of products that are available, right? And each of them also has a photo field, and I'm guessing that relates to the JPEGs that we were just uploading. Okay. All right, so let's open up the code folder. Just gonna copy these strings of ours so that we can lose that window. And we want to go to one down. No? Let's try again. Labs for starter AdventureWorks, right? This one. All right, and then let's create a new file and put our important strings back. Let's get rid of this stuff. So you might have noticed that we didn't really create a database for Cosmos DB yet. We're going to do that programmatically. So first, let's go to AdventureWorks. Upload. Then let's add the Cosmos DB packages. Add package Microsoft Azure, and I think it was Cosmos. And again, we need a specific version here. Version. It's going to be 3.28. Okay, let's look at our code here. Maybe get rid of this one. So lots of imports. Then we have some configuration over here. So we need to update those. So first we start with the endpoint URL. That was this one. Let's copy paste that over. There we go. Then we need to have an authorization key. Okay, so that's the second one. Careful that we get everything. There we go. Then we have a database name, container name, a partition key. The partition key that we're going to be using for this one is going to be category. And then we have a JSON file path. And that's supposed to be the JSON file that we looked at. So I'm just going to copy the correct one from the lab instructions. I just have to remove the extra quotes. All right, so that should be it. So what happens here in the main method is I'm creating a Cosmos client using those the URL and the key. Then we say that we're creating a database if it doesn't already exist, right? So that's this command here. Then we define a indexing policy. And then we basically use the JSON file to upload all of the data into the database. And that's it. All right. Can't really wait until we can try this out. So let's open up a terminal. All right, let's try this one more time. Here we go, and then .NET run. All right, and it created the database and the container within it, and then uploaded 119 items into it. So let's see what it looks like. This is our Cosmos DB account. And now if we go to overview, we should be seeing our container. So we're using Data Explorer to see inside our container. And here you can see there is a retail database. And then there is an online container there. And then we could create a SQL query onto that. It could be select everything from models. And then execute that query. And here we can then see our JSON items coming back. Literally the same way. The JSON file. Another thing we could do is select value count from models. And that should give us back the number, which is 119. Cool, so it worked. So back to code. Let's go to the web project now. And there we have an app settings, which is what we use in .NET to define the configuration. So AdventureWorks Cosmos context should be updated with the connection string we got earlier for the Cosmos DB. That's this one. Starts with account endpoint and then has everything in it. Oh, cool, that's there. Then we have the blob container URL and SAS token. So those are the two remaining things that we had here. So the URL is this one. Maybe minus the new line. And then the SAS token is this one. Took them both. It starts with SP equals R. There we go. So that should be done. Then let's take a look at the context. And then maybe go into the terminal. Let's go into the correct subdirectory here, and then add package Cosmos, right? Microsoft, oops, Cosmos. What was the version again? 3.28.0. Okay, then it's built. Do that. Writing is really difficult today. Okay, so that worked. So if we take a look at the context folder itself, and then we add a new file there. Let's call it AdventureWorks Cosmos context.c#. And then add the code as is given in the. So what does this do? Well, it implements this kind of product context interface that will then basically be the object relational model. So it will take care of all of the database queries on our behalf. If you're interested, go take a look at the code and how it works. Let's check that it's building at least. Yeah, looks right. Okay, back to the web application, and let's open up the startup file there. There's a configuration services here, and there's specifically a configuration product service that gets called, and it adds this Cosmos context to the application. No changes needed here. It's totally okay. Also close this one. Let's go and build that web. Just run it directly. Seems to be working. So it should be listening at localhost 5000. So let's go and take a look. So it seems to work. We have a product catalog here available for us. Let's look at the details of this bike. All kinds of options available. So it seems to work. So this is it. Let's kill this process. This is everything that we needed to do for this lab. So we used a combination of a Cosmos database and a storage account to save product information as well as product pictures. Thanks for listening, and see you in your next